Well, hello and welcome back to the Yo Yarn Girl YouTube channel. My name is Lisa, aka Yo Yarn Girl, and I'm just coming to you with a quick update on our sock cal that is starting tomorrow. We are using the Just Love Socks pattern by Barbara Noelko of Knitting I Love, and we will be casting on tomorrow, February 27th, which is my birthday, and the sock cal will end on March 28th. So for those of you that are joining us over on Instagram, there will be updates posted over there, and then I will also have posts and updates over on Ravelry for those that are joining us on Ravelry. Feel free to join on both platforms. That is okay. And I just look forward and I'm excited to seeing everybody there. A couple of announcements. I will have some yarn giveaways throughout the knit along, and I will also have some pattern giveaways, and Barbara Noelko herself has offered 3 patterns up from her Ravelry shop, so you may be one of the winners of one of those patterns. Super excited and thankful for her offering up 3 of her patterns from her pattern selection. So super excited to be able to bring all of that to you. And I am looking forward to this knit along. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. I'm looking forward to learning new things. This is a toe-up sock. So for some of us, Team Cuff Down, this is going to be fairly new. I have done some toe-up socks, but that's not my go-to normally. It's going to be a cuff down sock. So I'm super excited for all the new things that I will be learning with this knit along. So if you haven't grabbed your pattern, go over and grab your pattern and get ready to cast on with us tomorrow. I may do a live over on Insta for the cast on tomorrow, but no guarantees. If I jump on, great, and if not, you will just see me throughout the week for the cast on, and then throughout the knit along with just updates here and there. I also will be tacking on a little bit of a video at the end of this, which is just more just showing you how to do the Turkish cast on the way I do it. And I did put up a video on my first informational video on the knit along, and it was blurry, so I said I would record something else, and I did. I by no means am a fantastic Turkish cast on knitter, so there are several videos out there. Feel free to go and look those up. I know Jana of Purl Together has some. Yolanda of Happy Knitting, I think, does the Turkish cast on, and then there's several others. The pattern actually calls for Judy's Magic Cast On, but you can use any toe-up cast on. And then Barbara has a yarn over left, yarn over right increase. I was not going to use that initially. I was going to use a Lynn Ashton's rounded toe increase, but I may use the I've been reading through it, and I may use Knitting I Love's yarn over left, yarn over right toe increase. So we'll see. I know several of you are going to attempt to do that, and it's a new concept for you as well. And so we will all be learning from each other. Can't wait to see you there. Happy making. Well, hello and welcome to the Yo Yarn Girl YouTube channel. Today I am going to be demonstrating the Turkish cast on, and this is the cast on that I am going to be using for my upcoming sock along or knit along that will begin on February 27th. We will be knitting the Just Love Socks by Barbara Noelko of Knitting I Love. I decided that I wanted to go ahead. She released this pattern on February 14th, my son's birthday. And I decided I would cast these on February 27th, which is my birthday. And we will take the knit along out for 30 days pretty much. It'll go till March 28th, which is my husband's birthday. So lots of birthdays, lots of love, nothing more fitting for this pattern. I did upload a informational video that just basically gave the details of the knit along and some information. And I attached a video to it for the Turkish cast on. This is a toe-up sock, and it was a little bit blurry, so I wanted to quickly just do a take 2 of the demonstrating the Turkish cast on. I by no means am an expert at the Turkish cast on, but I like to share what I know, and it's what I will be using. In the pattern, it actually states you can do the Judy's Magic cast on, and you can use any cast on for a toe-up sock. So if there's something else out there that you prefer to use, by all means do that. I am going to start out on Magic Loop, and I think I might transfer my sock to a 9-inch circular. We'll see how it goes. So without further ado, let's just get started and showing you how I do my Turkish cast on. So the first thing you'll want to do is get your yarn, and you are going to make a slip knot. You don't need a long tail for toe-up socks, which is a nice thing because you don't have to determine, do I have enough or not? But you're going to make a slip knot, and this is not a video for making a slip knot, so if you're going to need help with that, you will need to go and look at a video. And then I just pull the back yarn through, and there is my slip knot. I will then take my needles, and I'm going to hold the tips towards the left. I'm going to take that slip knot, and I am going to slip that onto the top needle, and then I will tighten up on that slip knot, and I will bring that down. Now the slip knot that we are putting on the needle is actually not going to serve any purpose for the sock. It's just merely just it's to start out with. So you're going to take that tail and just kind of hold that out of the way. Now what you'll want to do here is you are going to basically cast on, so to speak, the amount, half the amount of stitches that you will need to start your sock. And I'm going to start out with 28 stitches, so I'm going to be starting out with 14 loops on my needle. And you're going to want to bring the yarn towards you and wrap versus over and wrap. So we are going to wrap 14 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. There you have 14 stitches, and you always want to count your stitches just to be certain. And again, the slip knot does not count as a stitch, so you do not want to count that. So let's see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. So I've got 14 stitches on my needles, and then we are going to actually flip our needles around. So you will flip your needles around, and you just kind of want to hold everything in place there. And then we are just going to start knitting on that top needle. So you are going to pull your bottom needle long, and you will slip that needle in between the cord and the top needle, and you will just bring your yarn, your working yarn, up under that cord and just start knitting across the first 14 wraps. So 1, 2, 3, and it is a little fiddly. You know, it's fiddly, but it's not horrible. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so we are now going to be ready to knit across the next 14, and we are going to flip our work again. We still have that slip knot there, and we are going to get the top needle into position. So you're going to slide that back in. This will, again, will be a little bit fiddly, but it's not, you know, once you get a little bit of yarn on the needles, you're going to be fine. We want to slide that back in there, get our yarn back into position, and I've got my yarn a little bit tangled around here. Let's bring that through. And remember, we have that slip knot that I said that we were going to address. What you're going to do with that slip knot, because it's not needed, you're just going to slide it right off that needle, right off that top needle. Just slide it off. We don't need it. Okay, and then we are going to pull our bottom needle long. Let me get that out of the way. And we are now ready to knit across our top 14 stitches. And I still have this all backwards. Sorry. I don't want to do that, so. And I'm not gonna, yeah, this is real, folks. This is the real world. So, okay, there we go. Now we're ready. That was my fault. That shouldn't have been in the way like that. So one, and tighten everything up a little bit. Split my stitches. I'm splitting my stitches and I don't want to do that. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And so now we have knit across our second 14 stitches, and you just want to kind of tug up on that. And you're going to turn your work, and then you will be ready to start whatever toe increases you will be using. I also will be using a different toe increase than what the pattern calls for. Barbara does a yarn over right, yarn over left toe increase, and I am going to be using the Lynn Ashton's seamless rounded toe. It's a free recipe over on Ravelry. I will link it below in case you're interested in that. But the Barbara Noelko increases is also just as fine. So here you have it. There we go. We've got a little bit of a start to our toe. So we've got purl bumps on the back side, and then there's your stockinette toe, smooth toe on the front. So you should be all ready. I will link the video, the informational video. I will link that below for you if you are interested in joining us. I do have a Ravelry group page. I am YarnGirl67 over on Ravelry, and I also have a hashtag up on Instagram for those of you that are not on Ravelry, and that's going to be hashtag YarnGirlLove23. So please share all your works with us over on Instagram, or share in the group. The group on Ravelry has a chatter thread and a finished object thread. And use any yarn from your stash, or if you want to buy yarn, buy yarn. But I will be using some yarn from my stash by Lolo Did It. Hope to see you for the cow. Happy knitting.